Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening, as if you didn't know by now. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're into Sunday. Grassroots football once again. What a Baltic weekend we are having. It was unbelievable yesterday. Loads and loads of ice around. Kids sliding on ice in the boots, and it's very, very dangerous, I must admit. I saw one or two falls, but the kids were okay, thankfully. So mums and dads, remind the kids, do not slide on ice in boots. Dear me, you can't control it. The worse than ice skating, I assure you. And today, wow, cold weather, bitey winds, little bits of rain there and now, or here and then, and it was just cold, and you wouldn't believe it. We normally, this time of the year, we're normally into a bit of rain and not too bad, you know, but it's bitey winds. We've had no snow over the Christmas period, have we? It was great. I don't think we've had any snow right the way through. It seems to be getting worse now. But hey ho, that's us, English weather, what more could we say? Anyway, once again, welcome to the show. And you were out and about today, well done. You've braved the weather and you've got used to playing football in this, and hopefully you looked after the kids because it's cold. If they're not running around, you know, hypothermia can set in easily. Always be careful of that. Always watch your child. Always keep your eye on them. If they're freezing, they're shivering, then that's not good. You don't really need that. I think you need to look after them. They're not enjoying it if they're freezing cold and shivering and they're still running around. So, yeah, just inform your manager if you think that your child should come off from playing football, and you know, you can ask. If they say no, if the child says no, they want to stay on, albeit, you know, because that way, or it could be that they don't want to let the friends down, you know, so think of it that way. But if you are seeing them shiver, make a move. Managers and coaches, they should be onto it anyway. They could see it easily, and they can make a difference by taking the child off and putting someone else on. If that was the case, keep them wrapped up. Always put thermals on them. Put something warmer underneath. It's always better to be too warm than too cold, I assure you. Anyway, well done to everyone as well. There was loads of respect out and about, meeting up with the referees, having a chat with them, and yeah, watching some great football, and especially the Jeffrey Humble staff, always good, always on the ball, always smiling, and they shouldn't be offended by anyone whatsoever. What we should recommend really on a Sunday, because there's that many there, you know, obviously there was no Merseyside teams there today, so wherever you are, Lostock, Sheffield and District Junior League, let's know, give us some feedback. What was your game like? What was the league like? What was the weather like? How were the kids? Did they perform well? Give them a good little mention. We'll give them a mention out here as well. Give us some feedback, mal@DXTL.com. And on the Jeffrey Humble site, it'd be nice if they open the side gate to the car park to let people out. You could say, whoa, it's too dangerous because cars are coming, but you're queuing up and you're waiting to get out, and there's a big rush sort of thing, you know what I mean? But if the gates are wide open, it's easier, really a lot easier, honestly, I assure you. And you know, we have recommended that, but maybe for health and safety, they cannot open them. I'm not too sure how that works. I'm not telling them how to suck eggs, basically. That's their job, that's their forte, and we can just recommend, and that's about it. Anyway, hope you treated your referee with loads of respect on and off the field of play. And don't forget, kids, what we're trying to say to you is get this respect competition going. I want to sit down with one or two businesses, want to get them on board and see if they can enter the competition. We're trying to get a business to put up a nice little prize there towards your team. Whatever it is, I don't know, it'd be lovely. Any businesses out there who want to get in contact with me, mal@DXTL.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites, and see what we can come up with. Great prize, good publicity. This is what we want, because our Respect Awareness Weekend is on, well, it begins on the 12th at the Virtu Trophy Final at Wembley Stadium. Yes, don't know what teams are there yet, soon to find out. I'll be letting you know. Also, we move on to the 18th of April, and that is all the Premier League, and I'm sure there's some FA Cup games over that weekend as well, if I'm correct. So we're waiting for the PGMOL to come back to see if the FA will give us permission to use those t-shirts during the warm-ups with the Premier League referees, PGMOL, and also the following week, the 25th, is all the Premier League as well, and maybe some FA Cup games. I'm sure it's one of those weekends anyway, so our teams could all be involved in that rather than the league games, but it'd be nice if they're involved with the referees wearing the t-shirts. And I'm really trying, I want to get in touch with Everton, because our young ambassador Dan came up with a great idea. He'd like to walk out with the referees on the game at the derby, Liverpool versus Everton, and I'm going to try and get permission off Everton to see if that could happen, and then the PGMOL, because he wants to represent Don't Cross the Line with the Respect t-shirt on, and that would get a mention with the cameras, wouldn't it, the media. It's all about respect, and young Dan is up for an interview as well. He'll come across absolutely fantastic, being a referee, giving the publicity we deserve. We're a not-for-profit organisation, and we're going to extend this with the PFA, who are kindly supporting our t-shirts for the Premier League and our volunteers. Brilliant. We had the PFA with Steve Rayner in here the other day, and it was great. Honestly, great to meet up, nice cup of tea together and chat all about what we're doing, what we can do, how we can make it work, trying to get the Premier League clubs involved. We know Liverpool and Everton are involved in the Respect Awareness Weekend, and also we want all grassroots football teams, clubs, leagues involved if you can. Let's all do something together, let's make a difference, let's get going on the press release, the poster, let's get it out there, let's make a difference in your league, supporting your referee, because without the referee there is no game. We all know that. We get some people saying, what do you mean there is a game because we just get the manager to do it and we just carry on? It's not the same. It really isn't the same. We've seen loads and loads, and I've been involved in games where I've had to referee, officiate that game. It's not the same. It really isn't. It's part and parcel of grassroots football and football in general, having a referee. It really is. It makes a difference. The laws of the game, they use them, and many of you out there would say referees don't know how to use the laws of the game. Well, if that's the case, you people put in for your referee course. Go in and be one of these top referees, rather than shout about it that the referee doesn't know the laws of the game. Just go in and put your name down. If you know everything, honestly, it's referees like yourselves who know everything that we're interested in getting them on board in not just grassroots football, probably in the Premier League as well. It makes a difference, it really does. So don't be irate from the sidelines telling a referee what to do if you yourself have not passed the course. Yes, a referee can make mistakes and will make mistakes because they're only human. We say that a million times. We all make mistakes. Even on the field of play, your coach, your manager, they make mistakes. They will make a change, they will put someone on, take someone off when they shouldn't have done. You know, it's all part and parcel of football. So you have to get on with it. Count to 10. If you're an irate spectator or a parent, then the advice that Don't Cross the Line will give you is stay away from the game before something serious happens. You don't want to cost your team points, you don't want to have a big fine facing you, you don't want to be banned, you don't want your child to be banned. The consequences are getting bigger and bigger and bigger from your local county FAs, honestly. Just look on social media at the action that the FA are taking for irate spectators and managers, coaches, even parents. Even children who are getting banned because there's no room for anything like that. There's no room for misbehaviour in grassroots football. Yes, you can all accept a booking for an over or a late tackle or a little bit of argument back, whatever, or dissent. That's part and parcel of football. But when it comes to the aggressive behaviour, violent conduct, verbal abuse in a strong sense, then that we can do without. With you're not welcome to grassroots football or any football, to be honest. Bans should come out, and I'm looking, maybe the big clubs, the professional clubs, maybe the FA would talk to them and just say, the consequences now are, if you are an irate parent or spectator or manager or coach causing extreme verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour, then that could also spread to the Premier League or professional football. If you are attending those games as well, you could potentially be banned by the club itself, because that is a sign. If you can do it in grassroots football, what could you do in adult football, the Premier League? So maybe they could look at something like that. Maybe they could say, this is going to go further. This is going to go. If you are a season ticket holder or you like to go to games, your name will be thrown in and you won't be allowed to attend until your ban is up, dusted. You know, maybe that is a massive deterrent as well, because you don't want violence in grassroots football. And if you can do that, as I say there, then what are you capable of at Premier League football? And they have to be aware for the people around you as well. And it's just like a DBS, isn't it? A lot of parents, they don't have the DBS checks and they go to watch the football. Spectators, managers and safeguarding coaches, they should all have them. So if they're found guilty of them as well, that could spread to their job, to whatever. If the cause, if it's created, it's got to be a massive deterrent. Go and watch, and if you think you're irate and the consequences are going to be serious, stay away from the game. Get someone else to take your child or someone else's child to the football. Someone who's responsible, someone who will let them play and let them enjoy their game, rather than mums and dads, spectators, managers, coaches who are irate, getting involved and making it hard for the kids and for everyone around them in grassroots football. Just food for thought. This is just my thoughts. Tell me what you think, because we just want people to go and watch the kids and help them develop and leave the referees to officiate. That's all we're asking. You don't need to get involved. If the score goes against, the goal goes against, the decision goes against you, just get on with it. You have to. You really have to. Whether it's right or wrong, you have to get on with it. There's nothing you can do to change it, and violence will certainly not change anything except a sentence that you'd be looking at probably, or a fine or a ban, or maybe more. That's what that can change. So think before you go to grassroots football, what are you going to take with you? All you have to do is take good behaviour with you and attend, look after your child, let them enjoy it. It's all about development, it's fun, it's football, and development is key for your child to learn. And part and parcel of learning is about attitudes and about what you don't want them to do. If they've got bad attitudes, then we need to stop that. We need to make sure that that doesn't happen in grassroots football. We all need to make sure that we're all singing off the same concrete and making a difference together. And by that you can support us with our RefSpect plan. Yes, RefSpect, don't cross the line, RefSpect plan. So we're calling it a REF plan. Well, in the 3 words, REF, there's 3 words that we could say: RefSpect, with the R, E, enjoyment, and friendship. So that spells out REF. So with those words, we're asking the kids to form some sort of plan, how they could support the referee at grassroots football over our RefSpect Awareness Weekends, and it's a national RefSpect Awareness Weekends. What could they do differently to help that referee enjoy the game more? Let's all add a poster, let's all do an image, let's all get together and try and win your team that prize. Do a ref plan with those 3 words if you can. RefSpect, enjoyment, friendship. Ref. When you go to grassroots football, come on, make that plan up. Get your team a nice little prize there. We don't know what it is yet, and people are looking at this and I keep explaining it isn't a flask of tea or coffee. This is the new OWL camera, and we're waiting for our tech expert Peter, who's going to be coming up on Tuesday and go through a few things with me to make a difference. Yes, to make it more compact, better on YouTube when we get it all up and running, and also Spotify and Riverside. Having trouble with that at the moment. Spotify for creators, it used to let me upload, let me schedule things for free, but now it's asking me to sign up for professional, which is probably just £300 a year, but I'm not really sure what you get for it. If it's just adding in a schedule, fantastic. I've got to really read up on it. If anyone knows any experts on Spotify and are local to me, come down, come and show me, let's get this going, and get in touch with me, or see me at the football and just say, Mal, I'm an expert on Spotify for creators, let's get this sorted with Riverside, let's get you up and running, and let's get you where you belong with grassroots football, publicising good behaviour on and off the fields of play. We're a voluntary organisation and community interest company, which is the next best thing to a charity. So basically it is a charity. We're governed by Companies House, and that's how CICs work, and everything that we do goes back into grassroots football. My job is a volunteer at Don't Cross the Line, the founder, but my job is a support worker. So there you go, that is my job. So I've got your safeguarding, got a course tomorrow, by the way, now 7-hour course, not looking forward to that. It really is tiring. Anyone who's been on courses must admit. Give me your feedback if you have. Anyway, we're coming towards the end. We've got 3 minutes left of the show. Another great mention to all the committee members out there as well, especially the North Liverpool, John O'Leary, Lostock Hall committees, Walton Caredale committees, everyone who's really fighting, Sheffield and District Junior League committees, all you league committees out there who are doing a brilliant job. Keep up the great work, keep the football going, because I think league committees have to be the backbone of grassroots football. People don't understand, if you'd all walked away, there'd be no leagues, there'd be no football, there'd be no referees needed. So, without you running it as volunteers, hats off to you, by the way, we wouldn't have grassroots football. So, people, remember that when you're there next, thank the committees as well, even your referees and your managers and coaches, thank them for putting the games on, whether you like it or not, or the easier games, or your teams are stronger than others. Think of the committees. Think of the committees. They're doing a brilliant job to get football on for your kids. So we all work together, we all make a difference, we all try and make it better for the children who are involved in it. And that doesn't go, no, cross the line is not just about football, it's about any activity that have referees, you know, even Morris dancing, kids dance, they all go and enter competitions, and there's a lot of jealousy. I get fed back stuff from that. There's girls football there that we're all trying to get involved in. The girls, honestly, there is a difference. There really is a difference. We'll have 1 or 2 female managers coming in and referees, because our list has grown for interviews, I assure you. It really is, and we can't wait to get this finished. Probably another couple of weeks, hopefully, that the tech side of things will be done, and yes, we'll be up and running, but we'll definitely be ready for our Respect Awareness Weekends, 12th, 18th, 25th of April 2026. Hope we want all you involved in grassroots football if you possibly can. So we want you to make a difference, we want you to get involved, and if you've got any feedback, let me know how your games have gone over the weekend. We know it's been cold. The kids though, if they've enjoyed it, win, lose or draw, then that's fine by me. And what about the Premier League? Well done to Liverpool. I'm over the moon that we've won our game, I really am. What more could we say? Ecstatic about that one. 5th round draw you watch, it's going to be really, really tough. And I reckon Man City and Arsenal, because they're fighting in the Premier League, you watch, 2 of them will get home draws, and it'll be stiff opposition. And I wouldn't put it past Liverpool to have a really, really tough draw, the likes of Man City or Arsenal. I would love Wrexham at home. It's only a local, it'd be a nice little derby. But hey ho, it's one of those things, isn't it? 5th round draw coming up on Monday. Good luck if you're in the FA Cup. Everyone will be watching for it. Everyone will be thinking, who have we got? What a game that's going to be. And Sky will be there with the cameras ready to go, because the FA Cup looks something special this year. I must admit, everyone is going for it with full strength teams. Well done to all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again on Friday, hopefully with the young Dan and Jay. Still get well soon, Jay, because I know he's broken his shoulder or collarbone. It's one of those things. So yes, we're wishing it all the best, and Jaden will be coming into the studio soon and he'll tell us all about his wrestling, and we'll have Dan talking about all his officiating. And don't forget, vote for Dan as well with the FA Awards as the Young Referee of the Year. He has to be. I'm sure there'll be a lot of feedback on this one. Okay, we'll see you on Friday. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Heart of Goals initiatives, No Ref, No Game, one step ahead on mental health. We'll see you on Friday. Cheerio for now.